the Elven Tavern, Part 2, Bags 2. So as you can see, we've started to build up our plate at the start of Part 2, Bags 2. And you can just see there that we've got the little things, we're starting to move. If I've got one little gripe, and it might not make a difference, it might. It's down to building technique, but I'm going to show you. So you've got a single strut and a four strut, okay? Underneath you've got exactly the same, a single strut and a four strut. Now if I was building this, I would take that single strut and move it to that end, and then the four piece would just come down this end, so strengthening the single strut. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. I'm pretty sure that it does. And it's all the same. It's the same over here, where it's just brick on it. I'm wondering about whether we may have any stability issues later, or whether it's just too early in the build and that they're just building up foundation. But I would have switched it round personally. I've been building long enough now, I would like to think, and I just wanted to throw it out there. Like I say, don't get me wrong, there's no stability issues at the moment. They all fit in fine. They're clamped perfectly well, so there's no looseness or movement in any way like that. But it was just something that I picked up on, and I thought, well, time to share. Okay, time to move on, and we're going to start to get into this, whatever colour you want to call it, this sandy colour. Here we go. So as you can see, we've made up a little Technic frame here really. These are the 4 blocks with these little poles on that stick into the holes, into these holes. So we've got them there and there, which just connect to the squares. This one here, we've just got the black connector pins. And I just thought I'd show you this because obviously it's going to go into here, and then we're going to build around it and then up on it. So there you go. So there you have it. We have a sandy coloured layer. They've definitely at least listened to what I was saying earlier and put something in the right order, I like to say there. So they're covering the single structures to reinforce the strength wise, but that's the only one that I can see so far. We're now going to put like some these bricks here, whatever you want to call them, around the sides so as something can fit on, I think, for some decoration. But I just thought I'd show you the underbelly before we start to move out. So we've just made up this wonderful piece of skirting, and there's some lovely brick technique in this. You know, when I was moaning earlier about like little studs and that, no, they've made this lovely flowing shape that is going to fit onto the side of here in a minute. But before that, before it went on, I just wanted to show you what they've done, how it flows. Look at that. Okay, my big finger's in the way, but look at that, absolutely lovely. I will turn it around and show you how it looks with that. I think that looks absolutely wonderful. And I just wanted to show you before we get the side skirting, I call it skirting anyway, to the plate. Very quickly, I just thought I'd show you, you can just about see the gaps. You can see there it's going to sit on those. We've got loads of these to come. I'm pretty sure we're going to do the other side as well, but you can see where it's going and how it's going to look. And that is the end of part 2, bags 2, and it's looking pretty nifty. So I'll quickly just take you through what we've done from the start. We built up the lovely inlay that you can see there, all the things on, and then really the entirety of this set, the majority really, is the actual build up of these fantastic, I call them skirts, sides, whatever you want to call them. They look fantastic. You saw me, I showed you how we built up the first side, how it fitted, and the others just go along pretty much the same idea. You build it up, put it to the bricks that I showed you earlier that they attach to, and as we say in the Black Country, the job's a good one. Just in case anybody's wondering, I just had a thought in my head of the Black Country where I used to live. It was called the Black Country because we mined coal. Just don't want anybody getting any wrong ideas. But anyway, back to the build. I've found it very enjoyable. Yes, again, I'm going to say, keep an eye on the plans, really scrutinise, building from the book, because there's no digital as far as I know. But in general, if you follow the plans and you look at them correctly, and that is the main point what I'm going to say to you all, look at them correctly, there's nothing wrong with the plans. If I made a mistake, I made a mistake, you know, and I hold my hands up to that. I think, you know, no builder is perfect, or I don't think they are, and that's just the way it goes. So with the completion of those sides, that was the end of the build step. So I'm not going to waffle on here. We're going to put plates now over, and then once the plates are on, we shall start tiling and putting things ready. And I believe the back part will be the gazebo, or whether you want to call it the round outside attachment. We call it gazebo in England, yeah. And that's all there is to it. So if you do like this video and what you've seen, if you're enjoying the build and me waffling on, please hit that like button, give us a thumbs up. As I always say, if you want to drop a few comments in the box, please drop a few comments in the box. It's looking good as far as I'm concerned. It really is. I'm really impressed. And if you want to follow us on to the completion of the next section, section 3, where we should have it planted and then tiled, then please click on that subscribe button. And you know what I'm going to say here, really, anybody who's taken the time to watch, like I say now, all of it or just some of it, I am grateful. Thank you very much for everybody who watches. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am building and doing the YouTube stuff. Really great. And I hope that I will see any of you who are watching tomorrow, and we'll see what those plates and tiles look like on the set. And with that, you know what I'm going to say. You know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.